Juneteenth is the oldest national celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States. On January 1st, 1863, Abraham Lincoln enacted the Emancipation Proclamation. The proclamation declared that all persons held as slaves within the rebellious states are, and from this point forward, shall be free.
But it wasn't until December 6, 1865 that the 13th Amendment was ratified by the Congress, officially abolishing the institution of slavery.
March 3, 1865. Freemansboro was established by Congress. This helped organize schools, medical services, negotiated contracts, and assisted recently freed blacks, poor whites, and immigrants to become acclimated to American citizenship. This borough faced resistance from a variety of sources. June 19, 1865, federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas in 1865 to take control of the state and ensure that all enslaved people be freed, officially deemed Juneteenth.
July 9th, 1868, the 14th Amendment was ratified, granting citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States. This granted African American citizenship. February 3rd, 1870, the 15th Amendment was ratified, giving African American males the right to vote. Unfortunately, it did not address women or poll taxes.
In the 1870s, a group of former slaves pulled $800 together through local churches to purchase 10 acres of land and create Emancipation Park to host future Juneteenth celebrations in modern-day Houston, Texas. March 31st, 1877. The Compromise of 1877 was an informal agreement between Southern Democrats and Republican allies to settle the result of 1876 presidential election. The agreement called for the removal of all federal troops in the southern states, effectively ending Reconstruction in the U.S. and beginning of post-Reconstruction in the South. This period saw the birth of the KKK and the start of decades of violence and terror against blacks around the nation.
May 18th, 1896. The U.S. Supreme Court changes history with the court's separate but equal decision in Plessy v. Ferguson. This decision upheld state-imposed Jim Crow laws. It became the legal basis for racial segregation in the United States for the next 50 years. In the early 20th century, Great Negro Migration, driven from their homes by unsatisfactory economic opportunities and harsh segregationist laws. Many blacks headed north, where they took advantage of the need for industrial workers in the North, Midwest, and West.
July 1919, riot in Bisbee, Arizona. Buffalo soldiers and police face off over racial tensions. 1919 Red Summer, a summer of race riots in over 24 cities around the U.S. following the return of African-American troops from World War I, where they believed that after fighting successfully in the war for democracy, that equal rights would be accorded to blacks in the U.S.
From 1940 to 1970, more than 5 million African Americans left Texas and headed north and west in search of jobs, further expanding the celebration of the Juneteenth across the nation. May 17, 1954, Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka, Kansas. Supreme Court decision unanimously held that the racial segregation of children in public schools violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment.
August 28, 1955, Emmett Till murder. 14-year-old murdered in Mississippi after allegedly whistling at a white woman. His mother chose to hold an open casket funeral so the world can see the cruelty of American racism. August 6, 1965, Lyndon B. Johnson signs the Voting Rights Act. This act aimed to overcome legal barriers at the state and local levels that prevented African Americans from exercising their right to vote.
April 11, 1968, the Fair Housing Act of 1968 prohibited discrimination concerning the sale, rental, and financing of housing based on race, religion, national origin, or sex.
January 1st, 1980, Juneteenth officially became a state holiday in Texas.
As we continue to fight against the social injustices for people of color, let us not forget the progress we have made and how far we still need to go.
We know that there are many other dates that are significant to African American history, and these are just a few.
Thank you to those who came before us and paved the way for us to be free.
We accept the responsibility to fight against injustices, prejudice, and racism. We got it from here.
We got it from here. Juneteenth 2020.
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 We got it from here. Juneteenth 2020.